Right now at 6, a Coon Valley man facing federal drug charges is sentenced in court.
And Minnesota state funds are helping to redevelop a La Crescent laundromat and bring more jobs to the area.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. 2 men are in custody after a reported shooting in Winona. Winona police say officers responded yesterday to an apartment complex after multiple reported gunshots. Officers say security cameras showed a large group walking outside the apartment building around the same time another group of people left one of the apartments. 2 men, one of whom officers identified as Jaden Michael Jesse, started to fight. Jesse then walked away through the crowd. A man later identified as Daryl Walker handed Jesse what officers think is a gun. Jesse then pointed the item at the man he was fighting. The man Jesse allegedly shot at ran away. Jesse faces 3 charges, including assault in the 2nd degree with a dangerous weapon. Walker faces aiding and abetting assault in the 2nd degree, along with other charges.
A Coon Valley man arrested on drug charges was sentenced in federal court today. 33-year-old Stanley Holte will spend 11.5 years in prison and 5 years on supervised release. Back in June, Holte was charged with maintaining a drug house and conspiring to distribute both methamphetamine and fentanyl. During their investigation, police say they found more than 5 pounds of meth and 31 grams of fentanyl. The state's charges were dropped after Holte was indicted in federal court in August.
Voters in the DeSoto Area School District have an important question to answer tomorrow. Will their district get an extra $1.2 million per year above its revenue limit for the next 4 years? The referendum is one of many that districts across the area will be asking for, and it comes at a pivotal time, not just for the school board, but for parents. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has the details.
As voters in DeSoto head to the polls tomorrow, they'll decide if DeSoto area schools gets a $1.2 million referendum per year for the next 4 years to help maintain existing programming. For DeSoto, it's the first time since 2003 an operational referendum is on the ballot. And while it's written as a simple yes or no question, it's not a simple answer. Dean Peterson doesn't like the tax bill that comes with it.
I don't really think it's going to go through because that's going to be a lot of taxes. The taxes are going to raise quite a bit, I think, with that. I think if they could lower that or figure out another way to fix the problem they have.
The vote comes after a difficult year for the district that saw declining enrollment, inflation increases, and state aid stagnation. Back in February, the district faced off with parents after voting not to renew Stoddard Elementary School Principal Derek Folseng's employment contract. Shortly afterward, Superintendent Lindsay Groning announced her retirement.
Groning says if the referendum fails, they might have to cut classes and replace staff. Now, that will be determined, she says, based on what the classes are and how much funding they have. In Stoddard, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Jeremy.
Well, a wet start to the week for sure, and perhaps more of the same in the next day or so. Let's get the latest from Greg.
Yeah, I said last week April Fool's snow, and I wasn't joking there because we did get snow, and we're going to get more snow. If you look outside the cameras right now, we've seen kind of a low in the precipitation. So you see Eau Claire and La Crosse, 37, 41, a little bit of light rain, La Crosse. Not so much in Eau Claire, but then Tomah and Black River Falls has been a little bit colder, so they have seen that snow. And as you look at road surfaces, they are wet. We expect that to remain wet, but they have seen a little bit of accumulation on grassy areas, and that's kind of what we're going to see over the next probably 24 hours if we do see snow. But for this evening, light rain here at La Crosse. I think we'll start seeing a little bit of low in the precipitation as we go further out towards around midnight, and that's the same story for Eau Claire too. We'll start seeing a little bit of a low. We'll see more precipitation as we go throughout later tonight. Right now, radar sees that low at the backside of it's kind of pushing across, so a lot of areas will dry out. But then you can see it kind of turn to blue towards Volks Field, up east of Black River Falls. As we kind of zoom in, precipitation to the north of Eau Claire, mainly going to be a dry conditions we look at. Overall, if we time it out, really there's that low, but then we're going to see it begin to push back and see more precipitation as we go through tomorrow morning, approaching the morning commute. see more snow and or rain, but temperatures will remain above freezing, so it should just be a wet commute, but it will be some snow probably on some of the grassy areas, and we'll kind of time that out. We have another little snow event coming Tuesday night and Wednesday that could pose a problem, but the bigger problem going into Wednesday could be those northerly winds gusting very high, so it's going to be quite windy come Wednesday, and we'll plan that out a little bit later in the broadcast.
All right, a lot to break down. Thank you, Greg. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 13 boys will become victims of child abuse. That is according to the Family and Children's Center of La Crosse. FCC now hopes to bring awareness during this Child Abuse Prevention Month. Today, staff and area children placed blue silhouettes of children on all properties of FCC. The president says there are a number of ways the public can help in the fight against child abuse. First, if you see something, say something. It will help reduce current harms on the child and prevent future ones from happening. Also, changing the stigma behind parental pressures can have a dramatic impact.
Certainly changing social norms about how we look at parenting and reducing the shame that some parents feel when they're feeling like inadequate parents. So we can reduce that so it'll allow them to get more help that they need.
UDIC says supporting economic and educational programs for parents facing hardships can bring stability to their parenting skills. For more information on FCC's efforts, we'll have links attached on all of our digital platforms.
La Crescent is receiving around $19,000 in state grants, all to redevelop a laundromat. The grants come from the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development's land redevelopment funding. The project will redevelop a site historically used as a dry cleaner and laundromat and turn it into a mixed-use commercial and residential building. The project is estimated to create 10 jobs and increase the tax base by more than $14,000.
A Viroqua businessman is announcing his candidacy for Wisconsin's 96th Assembly District. Following the signing of new district maps by Governor Tony Evers, that 96th district now includes Vernon County and parts of southern La Crosse County. Campbell currently owns Campbell Family Homes, which provides residential services to people with varying levels of disabilities. He serves on the Sign Design Review Board for the City of Viroqua and the Viroqua Chamber of Commerce Board. He joins the incumbent Lauren Oldenburg and former La Crosse County Board Chair Tara Johnson in that Assembly District race.
Tomorrow, La Crosse residents will decide who they want representing them on the area school board.
But the addition of 7 write-in candidates sets the city up for an unprecedented local race.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. Bygoff and Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
I worked as a truck driver for 36 years.
And then one day I got this letter.
Your retirement will be cut.
Will be cut in half.
You don't forget something like that.
Every paycheck we put money away.
But because of Wall Street greed, boom, it was gone.
But Tammy Baldwin saw what they were doing and wrote a bill to save our retirement.
Then she fought like hell to pass it.
What Tammy Baldwin did for our families, you don't forget something like that.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Baths is looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. And now be one of 50 homeowners who call and receive a free installation on a new bath or shower with no interest and no payments till 2026. Senior military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Call Mad City now. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
As La Crosse voters head to the polls tomorrow, they'll be faced with an unusual conundrum. Only 2 names on the ballot for 3 open seats on the La Crosse School Board.
Yeah, the disjointed ballot is the result of a tumultuous year in the school district that left board members with the difficult decision of which schools to close to shore up a multi-million-dollar shortfall.
And now voters are left with a tough decision of their own: how to fill 3 vacant seats with 2 names in a blank line. News 8 Now's Allison Ferget explains the intricacies of write-in voting and how neither registered candidate could come out ahead when the polls close tomorrow night. Allison.
Ken and Emily, this time last year, La Crosse voters had the opposite problem. Originally 9 registered candidates vying for 4 open seats, motivated after the district's plan to consolidate Logan and Central High Schools flopped with voters. After a crowded field last year, many were shocked at the low level of interest this year, but that didn't last for long.
The reason I ran for school board, there was some things lacking in the La Crosse School District in terms of transparency.
When the deadline to file came and went this January, only 2 candidates qualified to have their names on the ballot for La Crosse's school board: La Crosse beverage brand manager Tim Alberts and 18-year-old Central High School student Adam Menka.
I was very surprised to see there was a lack of candidates. I was fully expecting this full pool.
For weeks, it looked certain each candidate had secured his spot on the board. Then something strange happened. One by one, 7 new candidates came out of the woodwork, each spurred on by the district's consolidation plan and hopeful you'll write their name on that blank line Tuesday.
We've had contests before at federal level where there's been a number of registered write-ins, but for a local contest, I would say this is the first in quite a while.
Now it's anybody's guess who will come out on top when the election night dust finally settles. Just because Menka and Alberts are the only official names on the ballot doesn't mean they're guaranteed their spots on the school board. With write-in candidates outnumbering them and actively campaigning for your vote, it's possible they could win all 3 seats.
The election workers will have to page through each of the ballots, pull out any ballot that has a written name, and we'll have to tally those separately on a tally sheet.
And every name, from Donald Duck to Donald Trump, will be counted, promising a long night for election workers.
They have to tally both registered and those that are not. So it will take a little longer time.
And the results aren't official until they've been canvassed. The school board canvass is set for April 9th, a week after Election Day. And if that wasn't complicated enough, there's another twist. The tally sheets the city gives the district will have write-ins recorded exactly as they're written.
So maybe there's a misspelled name. It's going to be up to the canvass to determine whether that misspelled name was it the intent of maybe a registered write-in candidate. It's going to be up to that canvass to make those determinations.
Meaning the canvassers will decide whether the runner gets the error. Regardless of what happens, one thing's for certain: at least one write-in candidate will claim a school board seat, and it will be a week before we know for sure who that will be. If you want to learn more about the 7 write-in candidates, we have extended interviews with them posted on the elections page of our website, news8000.com. Ken and Emily?
All right, thank you, Allison.
It's one of America's most iconic Easter traditions.
And today, thousands gathered at the nation's capital for the White House Easter egg roll.
And thankfully, we don't have the eclipse coming today with all the cloud cover, but that's coming up in a week. But in the meantime, we got rain, we got snow, we got a lot of wind actually coming Wednesday. I'll time it all out and show how much snow we might actually get. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
For affordable American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day, homeowners trust Mad City Baths. From walk-in showers with a low entry shower base to walk-in tubs with relaxing hydrotherapy. Plus, with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, receive a free design consultation and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. And now we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. 50 homeowners will receive special savings with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate from Mad City. Be sure to have your zip code and location ready to qualify. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwabel Getz and Sieben today.
I fully realized how much I was trusting Schwabel Getz and Sieben, and that just grew. I knew they were going to take care of me. I was in their hands, and it felt good there.
The most important value of our law firm is our commitment to our clients. Schwabel Getz and Sieben. Call or visit schwabel.com.
I absolutely did pick the right law firm.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time triple pet pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Giant pepperoni, classic pepperoni, and mini cup pepperoni? Now that is an expression.
At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great.
In my oven.
Order the triple pet pizza for just $12.99 today.
Find happiness. Find something familiar and new. Find connection. Find culture. Find community. Find yourself at the La Crosse Symphony.
Join the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra for the Ultimate Movie Night, Saturday, April 6th, sponsored by ISG. Get your tickets now at lacrossesymphony.org.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden hosted a soggy Easter egg roll at the White House filled with educational activities for kids of all ages.
Some 40,000 visitors gathered on the South Lawn for the annual event, which was delayed about 90 minutes because of thunder and lightning. President Biden blew the whistle to start the race where children roll colorful eggs through the grass using wooden spoons. He spoke to the crowd before kicking off the tradition.
Easter reminds us of the power of hope and renewal, sacrifice and resurrection, but mainly love and grace toward one another. It's time to pray for one another, to cherish the blessings and the possibilities that we have as Americans.
First Lady Jill Biden also read the book Brown Bear, What Do You See? To the children and their families during today's celebration.
Fun tradition they have. I actually had a new one this year. I rode on a tractor for the first time.
You've never been on a tractor?
No, I know I'm from Texas, right? But I should have had that experience. But
they cut grass in Texas, right?
Yeah, I know, but I never had a tractor to ride on. I saw a bunch of bunnies too. I hopped around to some farms this Easter. It's very different. I got a Wisconsin Easter, so to speak. Yeah, how was yours?
Good. A lot of family time with my wife's side of the family. Went to southeast Wisconsin for a nice meal and quality time together. So it was lovely.
And the rain didn't hit us yesterday, but it is here today, and it will be here for the next couple of days, Greg.
Yeah, definitely we got the rain, we got the snow, and then obviously all attention turns to next week with the eclipse, and that'll be really a function of cloud cover. That's going to be the bigger forecast as we go into next week, is how much cloud cover we got, and that could totally ruin the whole thing if we do have it. But otherwise, we got light rain, light snow tonight, a little bit of a break, more tomorrow. Windy and snowy, especially the wind's going to be the story going into Wednesday if we don't get much snow. Slushy accumulation that's going to be off and on throughout the period. Roads for the most part should be good, but we'll keep an eye on that, especially going into Wednesday morning. Tonight there's going to be a little bit of a lull in the precipitation throughout the night, but then we'll start seeing it really begin to increase as we go towards about 3 to 4 in the morning. And once again, we're going to have a little bit of a light rain, light snow mix. Temperatures staying above freezing for the most part across the area. The morning commute does look wet or snowy depending on location, but road surfaces will still be fine at this point just because temperatures will be warm enough and the snow won't be coming down at a high rate to really accumulate. We'll probably start seeing a transition to all snow event for a short time Tuesday morning for all the area besides north of Eau Claire, and with that wind beginning to increase from the north. Temperatures still above freezing, not expecting any road issues, and then by noon we'll start seeing a lot of this begin maybe to transition to light rain or snow mix. It'll continue in the afternoon. Once again, if you go further west and north of the area, they may not see much in the way of precipitation until this whole thing kind of rotates back to the northwest, probably closer to Tuesday afternoon, and then up to the north, they'll start getting into some of this light snow. Still temperatures at 4 p.m. above freezing, near 40. They'll start falling off as we go into the evening hour, but still the evening hour for Tuesday evening still looks overall not too bad with the snow or rain occurring, but the roads should remain wet. And then it gets a little bit of a more story going into Tuesday at night into Wednesday morning. But snow amounts, a lot of this is just on grassy areas. You're not expected to see much of this anyway on roads. As you go further east, they're going to see more snow, and there's more concern of a bigger storm coming for Tuesday night and Wednesday for those points out to the east. Then as we go for that point, once the low begins to really deepen, it's going to kind of retrograde back to the west. You kind of saw how that snow was rotating back to the west for Tuesday evening. That's going to be the trend going into Wednesday, and that'll also increase the northerly winds coming down as the low kind of sits over in Michigan. That's going to increase the snow for the eastern part of Wisconsin. But our story will be, even though if we see some cloud cover free in the afternoon, it's going to be the wind come Wednesday afternoon. And even the wind will continue a little bit going into Thursday as that low really takes its time to push further east. So that's the story going into Wednesday, but we still got snow. Right now, winter storm watches to the east and north because of significant snow with that. We'll see if we expand those advisories further west. But the one thing I think we will see is some wind headlines going into Wednesday, because these winds, 25 to 30 sustained as we go into Wednesday. Gusts could be well over 40, and this will be a prolonged wind kind of event going into Wednesday night and prolong into maybe Thursday. So that'll be the story we'll keep an eye on. Also the snow or rain. But for tonight, just light rain or light snow, a little bit of lull. We'll see that start to pick up towards the morning. Temperatures staying above freezing for the most part, so roads will be raining wet. Tomorrow, more snow in the morning, rain in the afternoon. Temperatures will remain above freezing for most of the period, so we're not expecting too many road impacts. And then it gets a little bit interesting as we go into Wednesday. That'll be the time frame we'll keep an eye on, especially with snow in the morning, snow during the day, and the wind will be the story. We do dry out for the end of the week. Looks almost 50s to 60s as we go into next week. So we just got to get through it. But it's going to be a wet, snowy, and then eventually some windy period here coming up.
All right, a lot of action. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a hot start to the season for Milwaukee. The Brew Crew impressing on all fronts after an opening weekend out east. Cade is up next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Quality time with Taco John's. You never forget the big moments, like devouring your first slice of crispy oven-baked taco pizza loaded with 7 layers of classic taco toppings. Or your wedding. Both are life-changing. One-of-a-kind new taco pizza, only at Taco John's.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for years now, and I think I'm their biggest fan. So they asked me to tell you about their special customer event, Us Days. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers, like up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone. So I said, if I'm gonna be on TV, do you think I can get hair and makeup? And I even got a manicure too.
Introducing Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Exclusive offers just for our customers. Get up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone.
Attention homeowners, time is running out to call Mad City Baths as we look for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. Choose from premium wall patterns including Santa Cruz and Arctic Ice, infused with Microban for easy cleaning. In addition to baths, Mad City is also your trusted source for Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Last chance during this program to be one of 50 homeowners who receive promotional pricing with free installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts. And remember, it's your last chance to call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Zip code and location are important. Call Mad City Baths now. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, in western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Kate Overton filling in for Rob Schiff. We were supposed to have a couple of high school baseball games this afternoon, but Mother Nature had other plans. So instead, we'll shift our attention to the Brewers. Coming off of a big weekend in New York, Milwaukee is looking like a team that can compete. 11 different Brewers picked up a hit over the 3-game series, with William Contreras, Bryce Terang, Christian Yelich, and the rookie Jackson Chourio all recording 5 hits. As for the pitching, for the most part, things were steady as they gave up just 8 runs across the 3 games, but we'll really know more after the next 2 games when we can see the bottom of the rotation. Home opener for the Brewers set for tomorrow at 3:10 p.m. against the Minnesota Twins. Jacob Junis set to take the mound in his first game for the Brewers. The righty started just 4 games last season for the Giants, but now the Brewers will call on him to eat some innings. A quick check-in on the NBA. The Bucks have just 8 games remaining in the regular season, and as long as they avoid an end-of-the-season meltdown, the Bucks are likely to finish the season as the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. If all things go to plan, they'll meet with the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals in what is a highly anticipated series. Milwaukee has had an up-and-down season, but there has been some major progress on the defensive end with Doc Rivers and Patrick Beverley joining the team now. Unfortunately, Beverley tore a ligament in his wrist last week, but he says that's not going to stop him from getting on the court.
Contacted a hand specialist. Specialist said you got a torn ligament. She kind of shocked me for a minute. Threw me off. Took a day, got mine right. There's no way I was sitting out getting surgery. I'm gonna play through it.
And he looked fine over the weekend. He filled in for Dame Lillard in the starting lineup, and Bev scored 18 points, adding 5 rebounds and 5 assists despite the injury. And next up for Milwaukee tomorrow night against the Wizards. Tonight we've got a couple of big basketball games, including the Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the LSU Tigers in a rematch of last year's Women's National Championship. But this time it's for a spot in the Final Four and might be one of the most anticipated matchups from the entire season, men's or women's. This one already underway over on ESPN, and then also later tonight, UConn taking on USC in another big women's game. That one starts at 8 p.m. And the Wisconsin women's team still playing basketball. They're taking on St. Louis in the Final 8 of the women's NIT. That one set to start at 7 o'clock. I'll have a few of those highlights later tonight. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to work in the yard, tackle a project, or enjoy family time, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with $100 spent on Estate fertilizer, like $10 off all new Estate Premium 4-in-1 lawn treatment with 4 benefits: crabgrass prevention and contact killer, broadleaf weed control, and lawn fertilizer, all in one application. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
All right, some light rain or light snow tonight. Kind of a lull in the precipitation probably until we get closer to morning. Temperatures remaining above freezing, but that will pick up as we go towards the morning commute. Otherwise, wet road conditions, and I think it's a little bit more interesting as we go Tuesday night into Wednesday, along with the wind will be the big story Wednesday, probably.
Okay, power through the next couple of days and good things ahead.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.